Let's take a step back in Martin history and recreate a piece that I guarantee you do not see a lot of. This is a custom shop size 2. Very excited to tell you about it. Stick around. How's it going, guys? This is Cooper Greenberg at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel and like the vids and comment and roast us. We love that. So this is a size 2, and we have recently talked about some special runs that Alamo has done with Martin. We had, and we'll get another one of the all sinker redwood, sinker mahogany back, and the wild rice, fried rice, whatever you want to call it. Big ol' sound hole. Those are very cool guitars, and we've moved through a few of those. I received this late last week, and this is the one that maybe I was most excited about because it's the most unique. If you're thinking about Martin small body guitars, you may be thinking about the old single O, or maybe the single O 12 fret, which you can find, here and there coming in and out of lineups. You got the single O 12 fret Modern Deluxe. Now you've got no more single O's in the 18s, but there's some other stuff. The single O is that's modern. And if you go back to the 19th century, you get to see so many cool different body shapes that Martin did prior to kind of the modernization of things, prior to the 14 frets, all that. Now this guitar, it is a size 2, and you have seen size 5s on this channel before, terse guitars. They have done some custom shop versions of those at NAMM shows recently. We've done a couple of them. That is a smaller, up-tuned guitar. That is a shorter scale guitar. This goes back to the history of Martin's kind of early parlor stuff, and then through kind of the 20s when they were doing like a 217, which you may see on Reverb or, vintage guitar shows. They had size 1, size 2, size 2.5, which I asked them if we could do, and they said no. But they did give us the 2. They let us do the 2, and I would like to thank Jimmy Kleintop for, making that happen for us, and Colin. This was a really fun project to work on. But it's really fun to kind of read the history of these old school shapes. Obviously the size 5, little guy. And this is not much bigger, but it is a full-scale guitar, which is really cool. I said in a previous video that I did about another smaller body guitar. Chris Martin was here in the store the other day. We did an event. He talked about the history of Martin. And I showed him this because it came in that day. And it was really cool hearing him talk about kind of the early intention of those parlor guitars and who they were marketed towards and who they were geared towards. And this was, let's just say this one's for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Because apparently when the size 2 was introduced, it was a ladies guitar, and the size 2.5 was a child's guitar. The size 5 was a beginner guitar, and I think that's really wild. And also the kind of resurgence of people's love for small body and parlor guitars. Still underrepresented, even though we have talked about companies like Larrivee that make their parlors kind of available in every wood pairing. They are underrepresented, and we talk a lot about, the 12 fret quadruple O from Martin. That's the most underappreciated, body shape and size and whatever. And there's a lot of underappreciated things, but I mean, how many times do you see this? This is really, really cool. We're getting 2 of them in this wood combo, which you may recognize, and you may see the striking features of some of the woods already. But we did this wood pairing in another 12 fret. There was a 12 fret double O, and we did this wood pairing in a rear shifted braced dreadnought. I really like doing this. I think the colors are very striking, and the wood contributes to the sound. This is an Italian Alpine Spruce top. This is Pale Moon Ebony on the fingerboard and bridge, which you can see from a mile away. That is ebony, but it's Pale Moon Ebony, and it's gorgeous. And then on the back and sides, this is some Ziricote, bound in flame maple, obviously mahogany neck, open geared tuners. This is a 28 style guitar, so you can see the herringbone, the kind of simpler rosette, no pearl because it absolutely does not need any pearl other than the diamonds and squares on the fingerboard, which kind of gives you one little flash, but the wood speaks for itself in this guitar. The size speaks for itself. This is something I'm really proud of that we got to work on with Martin, because it is something that I strive for, which is something not a lot of people are doing. And it's just cool. It's really cool to look back into Martin history. I have these old pamphlets that Colin from Martin gave me that we have here at the store. If you're interested in one, some of you that have bought customs have received one. But you can look back in these catalogs from the 30s and the 10s and prior, late 1800s, and see how these body shapes changed and evolved. And then if you go back to one like this, which has not been around since kind of the turn of the century, outside of custom reproductions here and there, nothing was wrong with it. It just changed with the time and with styles, and moving to a 14 frets to the body kind of feel, or larger bodies, get more sound out of it. This is one of those guitars that's so small and it surprises you so much when you strum and really dig into it, how much sound it produces, because it takes little to no effort to move this top. The bracing on here is like we do on a lot of customs. This is just hand-shaped golden arrow bracing, and it came out beautiful. It's really cool. It does come with the tiny little 5-ply deluxe hardshell case, and it is a work of art in aesthetics and in sound. I'm very happy with this guitar. This is the first one we're getting, and we have one more coming. Why don't you take a listen? There you have it, a little bit on the size too. Italian Spruce, Ziricote, with all of the beautiful woods that can kind of offset that color combo. You get the chocolatey kind of curtain look on this. with the black maple fiber HD zigzag, really nice maple binding, and then the Pale Moon, which includes coloration from kind of top and back, which is really cool to me. This is a wood pairing that I've posted photos of on those other guitars on Martin forums and on Reddit, and is very obvious to me that some people are immediately in love with this, and other people it's way too much for them. Not traditional, and that's kind of the point. But also, you could make this guitar in a very, very traditional look. You can make a size 2 17 that's just all mahogany and really understated if you want this wood combo. That's the cool thing about the Martin Custom Shop. If you love this look and this feel and you want to see it with Cocobolo and Adirondack, they will do it for you. If you want to see it all mahogany or spruce mahogany, absolutely no fanciness added, you can do that, or you could go all out and do something crazy. They will do it. And a size 2 is on the menu. A size 5 is on the menu if you want to tune up to a little G standard and sit in the parlor and entertain the earls and barons that are visiting you. But this guitar, it's a very, very unique piece. We're going to get 2 of them. The other guitars that we've had in from this run of custom shops, the deep body triple O all sinker, the large sound hole, fried rice, they're all elements of things that I love about Martin, and the customizability, but also the deeply rooted tradition in acoustic guitars and kind of evolution, because those represent, all 3 of them really, they represent different really cool points in Martin history and steel string acoustic guitar history. So if you're interested in this, and if you're interested in talking about Martin guitars and other cool things that I would like to do and that you may like to do, reach out to us. You can go on our website. You can see this guitar on there with photos, so you can get deep into the wood grain and see how cool this is, but also full spec sheets, all that. This is a really cool thing, and I hope it goes to somebody who will play it a lot, because it is totally different than any other Martin that you have, any other acoustic that you have. It sings. It's very cool. So check it out on the website. You can call us, text us, email us, send us a letter, and we would love to speak with you about Martin guitars, and I'm jealous of whoever gets this. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time.